Hello guys, welcome to Ideal Bibliotheca. Today's video is the analysis of Enrica Lexi case, which is an ongoing international controversy about a shooting of two Indian fishermen at the western coast of India in 2012 by the two Italian Marines. So in 2015, Italy had filed a case against India for detaining its two Marines and took the case to International Tribunal for the Law of the Sea under the UN clause, and this ITLOS later referred the matter to Permanent Court of Arbitration, who has now given the ruling in the Enrica Lexi case. So, this has ruled that India is entitled to claim compensation from the Italy, and it did accept that the Italian vessel had violated the right and the freedom of navigation of the Indian fishing. However, it also stated that India does not have jurisdiction to try the Italian Marines. So from here, PCA becomes important, UN clause, UNCLOS becomes important, ITLOS becomes important, what is ISA, what is CLCS, everything becomes important. So we'll have to know it, and we'll know it in this video itself. When we see Permanent Court of Arbitration, it is an intergovernmental organization providing a variety of dispute resolution services, which is headquartered in Hague, Netherlands, and India is its member. It has three organizational structure, calling it administrative councils, a panel of independent potential arbitrators, and secretariat known as the International Bureau, headed by Secretary General. Then if we look at the International Tribunal for the Law of the Sea, it is an independent judicial body established by the UN clause to adjudicate disputes arising out of the interpretation and application of the convention. So this is the disputes relating to the convention, relating to the living resources of the sea, protection and preservation of the marine concern and everything. It is composed of 21 independent members and open to states, parties to the convention, and other than states parties also. Then we have United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, which is again an international agreement that resulted from the Third United Nations Conference on the Law of the Sea. It was adopted in 1982, replaced the Quad Treaty 1958 Convention on the High Seas, and then came into force in 1994. It is also called the Law of the Sea Convention or the Law of the Sea Treaty, defines the rights and responsibilities of the nations with respect to the use of the world's oceans. The convention created three new institutions. First one we've seen. The second and the third one are very small topics that we'll go through. And India signed this convention, the UN Clause Convention, in 1982 and ratified in 1995. So let's look into ISA and CLCS. International Seabed Authority is an intergovernmental body based in Kingston, Jamaica, established by again the UN clause. It is mandated to organize, regulate and control all mineral related activities in the international seabed area beyond the limits of national jurisdiction, which is an area underlying most of the world's oceans. And Commission on the Limits of the Continental Shelf has been assigned to play mainly two significant roles. First being to evaluate the claim of a coastal state for an area and to provide scientific and technical advice to the coastal state being the second. It shall consist of 21 members who shall be experts in the field of geology, geophysics, hydrography and everything. This is it with ISA and CLCS. Reason why I did this video was that from this case, this Enrica Lexi case, comes the maritime boundary, which we would cover in our next video because it stands important and this is a part of our UPSC syllabus. So I made the whole of the background video so that the clearance to the maritime boundary becomes relevant. This is it from today. Thanks for watching.